What's going on, y'all? Olympus Gaming TV back again with another discussion video. For those of you who are new to the channel, these discussion videos are not scripted. It's literally me sitting at my desk with a cup of coffee or whatever drink, just talking directly into my mic about whatever it is that is on my mind at that moment. So today I wanted to make a quick video talking about this clip that surfaced from The Thing Is podcast. Now, if you guys are not familiar with The Thing Is, it is a podcast under the Joe Budden Network. By the way, shout out to Joe Budden and the Joe Budden Network. They're doing amazing things over there. If you guys have any podcast software or platform like Apple Podcasts, whatever the case is, make sure you go subscribe to Joe Budden. It is an amazing podcast, and go rock with the network, man. I love to see a black-owned network doing this thing. So shout out to Joe Budden. Salute to you, bro. But there was a clip that came out from one of the podcasts called The Thing Is, and if you don't know what The Thing is, it is essentially, the way that I view it is kind of the same format as the Joe Budden podcast, but instead of having men as the host, we have three women. So this podcast is supposed to kind of talk about things from a female's point of view, and I think that's great because I don't think there's a lot of podcasts out there like that. So the fact that Joe Budden has this podcast to kind of balance out, what he has going on, I think is great. But anyway, that's not the point. Yesterday there was a clip that came out where the women were sitting there talking about men who play video games and men who want the PS5 and how they don't understand how a grown man can enjoy video games, blah, blah, blah. So of course, I got wind of this clip and I immediately wanted to drop my opinion about this. And for those of you who are not aware, I'm going to go ahead and play a couple clips from that clip so you guys can have a little bit of context. So let's play that right now.
I didn't even mean to, but it just crossed my mind like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with y'all grown ass men running around losing your minds over a PlayStation 5? It's called a PlayStation. Y'all are not that serious about doing nothing else. Y'all haven't been that serious about nothing or committed to nothing else. Can't grasp the concept.
Have y'all dated men that were into video games ever?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but in my 20s,
I'll be honest with you. Not if I think of the top 10 best dicks I've ever had, they didn't play video games.
There's a lot of grown men spending a lot of time.
And
on
I don't think
bullshit.
that they're
a lot.
I don't think that you could be a great partner or a great lover as a grown man spending time playing video games.
If you're like me,
I see there, obviously these women do not really understand. And shout out to Olivia. If you don't know, Olivia is the one to the right of the couch. She was trying to defend us, man. I give her props, man, because she understands. She gets it. But the other two, I just wanted to kind of talk about this because this is not the first time I've heard this narrative about women who think that grown men who play video games are looked at as childish or looked at as, inferior or looked at as, a man, whatever the case is. And I've heard this narrative kind of get spread across, not only in real life, but also on Twitter, on different, social platforms. But I've heard women say this. All throughout my life, I've heard women say this. They would never date a man who plays video games. A man who plays video games are childish, blah, blah, blah. And it just really baffles me because you would think in 2020, with everything going on, with all of these stay-at-home orders, blah, 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 we would be trying to champion people finding that escapism and championing people trying to find that outlet to find some sort of happiness in their lives, right? The thing about video games, me being almost 30 years old, born in 92, I love video games. I've been playing video games ever since I was 5 years old. It all started with me with Sonic the Hedgehog. If you guys know, I'm an avid Sonic fan, even to this day. So I was kind of there for the evolution of video games, everything from like the Super Nintendo era, Genesis, the PlayStation 2, blah, blah, blah. So this is something I kind of always had. And me growing up as an only child, not really having somebody else there to, play with or bounce energy off of, video games was that for me. So I look at video games as a form of escapism, and now with video games being such high production value, games like Last of Us 2 and Uncharted and God of War and, even like the more, next gen stuff, as you guys see here, Spider-Man Miles Morales. I think games are pretty much at this point interactive movies. So I don't view video games any differently as I would view somebody watching a Netflix show or somebody, choosing to watch a reality television show or somebody reading a book or somebody watching a movie or watching sports. You know what I mean? So the fact that we still, in 2020, people still have this weird relationship or weird ideology of what video games are and who should enjoy it, to me, it's just super strange. And the fact that these women are sitting up here saying this, I have to beg the question: if a man came on a podcast and bashed women who sat up there and watched talk shows or reality television, or, of course I'm stereotyping here. Of course, not every woman thinks like this, and not every woman are into these things. There are plenty of women out there. Trust me, I stream on Twitch. There are plenty of women out there who enjoy watching video games and talking about video games. So I'm not stereotyping here. So let's not get that twisted. But if a man were to sit up here and bash any hobby that is enjoyed predominantly by women, there'll be an outcry. So again, I really don't understand why it's a problem that a man wants a PlayStation 5. Now, on the flip side of this, if a man is neglecting his responsibilities, being a grown man, you have bills to pay, you have responsibilities to take care of. Now, I do not co-sign and I do not honor men who put the video game above everything else. So if you're neglecting your child, or if you're not paying your bills, or you're not handling your responsibilities at work, just because video games has taken over, that in itself is an issue. But you could say the same thing about a lot of different things, right? So again, I think as long as a man is taking care of his responsibilities, doing what he's supposed to do, if he's a working man, let us have our video games, yo. Like, what is the problem? And then I remember, I can't remember their names for the life of me, but the young lady in the middle, she was like, I can't imagine a guy spending, $400, $500, $600 on a PlayStation. But little do they know that PlayStation is going to last us for damn near a decade, right? So, I mean, $500 for something that's going to last you 7 to 10 years, I don't think is a bad investment. Mind you, these same women was just on this podcast talking about Birkin bags and, Louis Vuitton and stuff like that. So it's just really weird how some women can justify the purchase of a luxury item such as like a Louis Vuitton, or can justify watching reality television. But the second a grown man wants to say, hey, I had a hard year this year, I work hard, I deserve it for myself, to purchase himself a $500 console, all of a sudden he's looked at as childish and a man child, blah blah blah. So I just wanted to speak on that really quick. I don't want to spend too much time on this, but guys, in the comments, let me know what you think. I really want to get all you guys' opinion on this. Let me know what you think down in the comment section. And yes, the Miles Morales review is coming. I am working on that as we speak, and I'll see you guys then. All right, guys, peace.